Hi everyone, I'm Melissa with High Quality Organics, the largest wholesale supplier of organic herbs, spices, teas, and botanicals. I hope you've been enjoying our educational videos about herbs, spices, and teas. Today we'll be talking about one of the most popular types of tea, green tea. Now many of you are probably familiar with green tea and may have likely enjoyed a cup on occasion. Green tea consumption is certainly growing in the U.S., given its number of health benefits. It's a great source of antioxidants, contains vitamins and minerals, and has a nice balance of caffeine. Green tea is also low in calories as long as you don't add any sweeteners, so it's a great addition to a healthy diet. Now, in case you didn't watch our videos on Introduction to Tea, I want to make sure that you know that all tea, white, green, oolong, pu'er, and black, come from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. However, it is how the tea is processed after it's picked that determines what type of tea it ends up being. Before we talk about how green tea is made, it's helpful to know that it originated in China. And today, over 80% of the tea grown in the world is grown in China. Green tea is also extremely popular in Japan as well, so it comes to no surprise that Japan is the second largest grower of green tea, producing approximately 9% of the world's supply. Other tea growing regions include Sri Lanka, India, Kenya, Vietnam, and Indonesia. There are several types of green tea. What makes each variety different is often dependent on the following: where the tea was grown, how the tea was grown, what time of year the tea was harvested, how long the tea was processed and stored, and how long the tea has been aged. Understanding the nuances of green tea is very similar to studying wine. A lot of things come into play and it's easy to get a little confused. So, to keep things easy, we can basically break the types of green tea into two different categories: sun-grown or shade-grown. Sun-grown green tea tends to have stronger flavors than those grown in the shade. They're often picked 3 times throughout the year: in the spring, early summer, and late summer. The first picking, also known as a flush, is usually considered the higher quality of tea than the second or third flush. Shade-grown green tea are often high-end teas and are usually available in smaller quantities at a higher price point than sun-grown teas. The flavor of shade-grown green tea is typically more delicate than sun-grown due to the lack of tea catechins, the source of bitterness, in the tea. A type of green tea that is gaining popularity in the US is called matcha. Unlike most of the teas we're used to seeing in the US, matcha comes in the form of powder. Now, there are several types of green tea powders, but what makes matcha so unique is that it's exclusively made from the leaves of shade-grown green tea. Matcha is also most commonly used green tea in Japanese tea ceremonies and is being used more and more as a flavoring for ice cream, lattes, smoothies, and other sweets, especially in Japan. Now that you have a general overview of the major types of green tea, I want to go over the important steps to follow when brewing green tea. It's important to read the instructions on the package of the green tea you're brewing, because the brew time and temperature can vary depending on the type and quality of your green tea. In addition, the amount of tea you use for 1 cup may fluctuate. However, most green teas brew best when using water that is just below boiling, about 150 to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're using loose leaf tea and not a tea bag, you'll typically want about 1 teaspoon of tea for a medium-sized teacup. Steep time can range, but it's typically around 1 to 2 minutes. Now, if your tea tastes really strong or too bitter, your water may have been too hot, or you may have steeped your tea for too long. So keep tweaking these two variables until you get a cup of tea that you enjoy. There is a wonderful world of green tea to explore. I hope this video has sparked your interest and given you some helpful tips for enjoying green tea. If you have any questions about green tea, feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page. We're always happy to answer the questions that you post. We also have a very informative Pinterest board totally dedicated to green tea, from the various types to the many uses it has. And of course, our website, www.hqorganics.com, has great information about our company and commitment to sustainability, in addition to monthly promotions and many other products we carry. Thanks for watching.